Okay, so just starting up in standing, just take a couple of nice big deep breaths and just get the shoulders moving and just waking up the breath. So lengthening up nice and tall from the crown of the head, breathing in, breathing out. So just start to engage the breath, opening up those arms. Nice and slow, just in the range that you have comfortably. We're going to start to add in a little bit of knee and hip flexion. So come down, up and around. So just coming into just a nice gentle squat. You don't have to go far. Let's take the arms back the other way. So come down, out and around now. So out and over. And just get the breath happening. And just warming up through the hips and knees. Just take it slow, but start to think about how you're squatting. So thinking about the knees over the toes and the bottom going backwards. For 2 more. Big, deep breath in. Okay, and then we're going to just open the arms and then hug it around. So open and then hug like you're hugging a tree. So opening up the back of the ribs. Breathe in, open the chest, breathe out, squeeze, add a little bend forward. That's it. Just feel that little bit of stretching. 2 more. And then just take the legs wide, knees over the toes, heading out into a wide squat, coming down. Again, just breathing, just taking it slow and gently, working into a range that you're comfortable with. That's it, good. 4 more. And then hold it down there and just take a stretch over. And just hold it there, breathing in to those side ribs. And then come over to the other side. Should feel nice, big stretch down the side body. Let's do 1 more on the other side. And then coming back. And then we're going to hold it low and just transfer your weight from side to side. And I just want you to start to reach. So reach across, mix it up, reach up overhead. And then reach down towards your feet if you can, or your knees. So just mix it up wherever you are, top, middle, knees. And again, it's just sort of slow, so you don't have to go fast. It's just about getting that movement happening through the body, a little bit of rotation through the spine, and keep that breath going. Hey. 1 more. Okay, and then we're going to come into some little sort of roll downs. So what I want you to do is you're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to hinge from the hip, so hinge forward, and then hold it down there. Just take a stretch through the hamstrings, just let the head be heavy. And then I want you to come up in a halfway lift. Keep the back straight. So think about trying to lengthen through the spine as you lift halfway. Then roll it down again, drop the head. Take a breath in. On the breath out, peeling it back up 1 vertebrae at a time. I'm going to go through that a couple of times. So breathing in, breathing out, hinge from the hip. Come down, Drop the head, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, curl it back down, take a breath in, peeling up one vertebrae at a time. And again, breathing in, breathing out, hinge from the hip. Let the head hang, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, take it down and curling back up. One more time, breathing in, breathing out, hinge. Let the head hang, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, taking it down and then slowly peeling back up. Okay, then the next one, we're going to come down onto the floor. So your option is to run through that movement and come down onto your knees, or just make your way down onto your knees. So take a breath in, breathing out, hinge from the hips, take the hands to the knees, and then see if you can walk your hands forward and come down onto your hands and knees. All right. So set yourself up into all fours. So hands and knees. And just start with some cat-cow. So just again, breathing, just warming up, taking that spine through a nice soft range of movement. Stop. So breathing in, breathing out, lengthen. Just for one more. And then come into all fours. So have your hands splayed out wide and have your hands under your shoulders. Draw those shoulder blades down and lengthen through the spine, bending up one foot. And just, I want you to twist that foot out to the side. So twist and have a little look at it. So turn the body softly and then bring it back in. Little rotation, bring it back in. And just keep it nice and soft. So just getting a little bit of side body flexion here. Just taking it down, look at the foot and then release. Softly look, release. Keep drawing those shoulder blades down away from the ears. For two more. And then we're going to swap sides. So bending up the other foot off the floor, and we're just turning to look at it. So we rotate the foot out to the side, and we just take the head around to that side softly, just to look at it. So getting just that little bit of side body movement. Just for two more. Okay, just take a stretch back into child's pose. Just drop the hips towards the heels, hips towards the heels, and just breathing into that. Lengthen the fingers away. Okay, coming back up into all fours. Set yourself up, so knees under the hips. Taking a breath in and just starting to work the arms. So keep the shoulder blades down, the chin stays tucked in. You're thinking about being nice and long through the body. Okay, so from the crown of the head down to the tailbone, you're lengthening the spine. Draw the shoulder blades down. Then we're going to add a little bit of a arm movement. So we're going to take the arm out, squeeze it down to the side, reach it overhead, replace. Take it out, squeeze to the side, reach overhead, replace. So lift, squeeze it back, reach it away and lift. Just keeping the shoulder blades down the whole time. Keep thinking about lengthening through the crown of the head. And as you take that one hand off, think about being nice and long across your collarbones. So keeping that nice wide chest happening. So we're really keeping nice and even, and we're not letting one side dip down as we take that arm off the floor. Just one more on each side. Reach it out, squeeze it back, reach away, replace, and the other side. Okay, and relax. We're going to come into our legs a little bit now. So just start with a little tilt of the pelvis. So just to adjust the pelvis here. The shoulder blades stay strong, drawing down away from the ears. And we're just tucking that tailbone under and release. Tuck and release. Tuck and release. It's just a little small movement. Isolate the pelvis. Keeping that neck nice and long. Keep breathing into that as you're just moving the pelvis. Okay, and then finding your sort of mid position. So again, you're neither fully tucked under nor fully arched. You're sort of thinking about a mid position, holding that there. Extend one leg. Curl it in, extend, replace, extend, curl. So to start with, we're not curling the body, we're just extending. Bring the hip in, extend it back, replace. So take it away, bring it in, take it away, replace. Little flexion through the hip, that the upper body stays still. Just isolating some movements here, breaking it down, extend, curl it in. Now let's start to bring the spine in now. So as you curl it in, bring the head to meet the knee, extend and release. Extend, curl it in, head comes towards the knee, take it back, curl, extend and release. Just one more on each side. Taking that leg back, curl into meet, extend it away and replace. Last one. Okay, just sit up off your hands, give your wrists a little roll and a little shake. Take the pressure off there. We've got our full Superman now with a curl. And then we're coming out of this position. There we go. Okay, so back here, we're coming into opposite arm and leg. Curl it in to meet, extend it away, replace. So lengthen arm and leg away, curl, lengthen, replace. So you really want to slow this down so you can stay balanced and you can really think about all the parts here. Lots of moving parts. We want to try and be controlled and steady. So we're still lengthening through the crown of the head, still drawing the shoulder blades down, nice and long through the spine, and keep breathing. Take it out. Curl, lengthen, reach it away. The breath is really important here. So if you're holding your breath, it means that you're probably working a little bit too hard. Last one on each side. And then come back into child's pose. And just take another little stretch. And while you're there, just walk your fingers over to one side. And then walking back through the middle, come to the other side. Okay. Okay, coming back up, we're coming down now into our forearm support. So I'm just going to set you up into an exercise and then I'm going to go and get rid of my companion. We come down onto all fours. Set yourself up. So you're on your forearms, your hands are splayed out. You're going to take one leg back, hold it there, and just do a hamstring curl. Okay, so draw the shoulder blades down. Try and do 12 on one leg, and then 12 on the other, and then sit back in child's pose, and I'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully you've done 12 on each leg of a hamstring curl. Now we're going to take that into a little pulse. So take the leg out, bend the knee, and just pulse that foot to the ceiling. Keep the forearms pushing the floor away and draw the shoulder blades down onto the back body. Keep the chin tucked in so the neck is long with the spine. And just a little pulse up into those glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And then swapping legs. Take the leg out, bend the knee, and pulse to the ceiling. Little pulses. Keep lengthening the spine, pushing the floor away, drawing the shoulder blades down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now we're going to just sit back into a modified child. So bring the knees together, drop the head to the floor, and just bring your arms down by your side and just curl out through the spine. And then come on up into kneeling and grab your weights. Okay, so just before we come into grabbing onto the weights, we're just going to do, hold on to your weights. We're going to do a little bicep curl. So just start with a couple of kneeling down, sitting up. So we're just kneeling down, bottom to the heels, lifting up. Now as you come up, lengthen through the spine and start to bring in a bicep curl. So curl it up. Nice and long through the body as you lift up. As you sit back, keep the chest up, keep the shoulder blades down, open the chest. Keep breathing. Now, same thing, if you have any knee issues here, you don't have to sit all the way back. You can do just a little one and lift. So don't push into any knee pain. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Then you're just going to hold, come into a single leg, so knee flexion with the other side. And what we're going to do is we're going to reach our weights forward and then we're going to come back. So side on, leg is out like this. Bring the weights down over the toes, squeeze back. Slowly down, squeeze back. So again, just with control. We're still thinking about lengthening through the spine, keeping the shoulder blades down, nice and steady through the pelvis. Keep breathing. That's it, good. 4 more. Last one. Okay, and then just pop your weights down. Just take that front foot a little bit further forward, tuck the tailbone under and glide forward. You should be getting a stretch in this leg, this hip flexor here. If you're balanced and you can stay steady here, take the arm up and over of that leg that's stretching. And then come back out of that. Just sit back a little, draw the toes up of the front leg and just hinge forward softly. My hamstrings are really tight. I'm just going to use my weights to help support me a little bit here. So I can keep my chest up and I'm just hinging from my hip because I've got really tight hamstrings, so I don't like that position. Good. All right, bring that leg back and swap legs. Take the other leg forward. And we're just going to be in this position and we're going to do an overhead press. So set yourself up so you're balanced. Grab your weights, bring your arms by your side. Think about lengthening up out of the hip, the pelvis here, so you're not caving in and overarching your back. So lift up, navel to spine softly and then pushing up. So you're coming into an overhead press. Pushing up, slowly down, keeping those shoulder blades still down away from the ears. We're up nice and tall out of the pelvis. The chest is open and we're breathing in, breathing out. Nice and just steady through those hips. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Pop those weights down. We're just going to take a stretch into the hip flexor. So take the foot forward a fraction. Tuck the tailbone under. You should feel it already here. And then just glide forward to wherever you are comfortable. And if you can, add in the arm. Reach up and away. And then just coming out of that, toes draw up towards you. Grab your weights if you need to and just flex. I'm just softly leaning on my weights just to support, help me just try and maintain the upper body position and still just hinge forward from the hip. Okay, that's good. All right, come on down into sitting. Grab your band. Okay, we're going to start with a bit of retraction. Pop the band around the legs. Sit up nice and tall out of those sit bones. And just start with your low row. Just squeezing in, keeping the elbows close to the side, lengthening up nice and tall out of the spine. Elbows staying close. Hinge into those shoulder blades. That's it, nice little squeeze and a slow release, squeeze. Even as you let the band go, think about the shoulder blades, keeping them softly engaged. So we're not coming back into flexion, we're keeping it open. For 4 more. Okay, now we're going to use the band to come into our half roll down. So take a breath in. On the breath out, drop the chin to the chest, start to roll out the spine like a C. Take it back halfway and then coming back up and lengthening. So you're really thinking about that rib to hip connection. So as we round out the spine, I'm thinking about staying connected here. It's what's controlling me back down. And then I'm thinking about my rib to hip as I bring it back up. And then I lengthen up through the spine. So take a breath in. So really using the breath here, breathing out. Roll it back halfway. Coming back up. Lengthening. So the band is there to help, but try not to really pull on the band. But try to just start to use the breath and the abdominal muscles. So the band is a little bit of extra support, but your focus is the tummy and the breath. For 2 more. Last one. Okay, and we're going to come into a little half roll back with a bow and arrow. So one arm stays out here, the other one squeezes as we turn and look over the shoulder. So reach that forward arm away from you. So you're really thinking about, you're still engaging that arm. So it's going forward as you twist softly. The eyes just follow that elbow that's twisting and squeezing back behind you. So just take a look over your shoulder, a little half lean back. Keep the breath going. Good. For 2 more. Last one on each side. Okay, now just sit up tall. Just take the band around one leg. Sit up onto those sit bones nice and tall. We're just going to do some sitting leg extensions. I want you to sit up nice and long and tall out of the sit bones. Lengthen from the crown. Really If you find it hard to get into that position, put a towel under your bottom or roll your mat up so it just sits you forward a little bit so you can lengthen the spine. And we're just pushing away, coming up into flexion. That's it, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Swap legs, pop the other leg in. Other leg is bent, stays lifting up to the ceiling. I'm really trying to lift up out of my sit bone, so I'm not sitting back here. Okay, lengthen up tall, holding that there. Flex and extend the leg. Keep the shoulder blades down. Just anchor your arms in by your side to secure the band. That's it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job. All right, so we're going to come down onto our back, so you can use your band here to help you roll down. So sit up tall, hold on to the band, take a breath in, and then on the breath out, you're taking your chin to your chest and you're rolling down and you're thinking about one vertebrae at a time, coming back down, 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 down. Okay, and when you get down there, you're going to come into a hamstring stretch, a point and flex. So just have the band over your foot and just point and flex. Okay, then keeping your, make sure here you've still got your shoulders down away from your ears and you're nice and wide across the collarbones. Sink the ribs into the mat and we're just coming into a leg circle. So out, down and around. So take it out nice and slow and controlled. Keep the breath going. You're trying to stabilize through the pelvis. Coming down, and the pace we want to be kind of the same the whole way round. So we're not speeding up as we take it down and around. So control, breathing, lengthening through the spine, lengthening the head and the neck so the chin is softly tucked in. For 2 more. And then let's take it back the other way. So coming down, out and around, up and over. So try to just soften through the upper body, being long on the mat. 2 to go. And then swapping legs, pop the other leg in, point and flex. And just see if you can get that hamstring coming up a little bit closer, a little bit more on stretch. That's it. And just take this moment while you're there just to sink the ribs into the mat. Think about what position your spine is in. Draw the shoulder blades down, tuck the chin in. And then taking it into the circle. So breathing in, breathing out, it doesn't matter, but just keep that breath going. Control, nice and smooth. Out, down and around. Staying steady through the pelvis and the upper body. Really working the leg and the hip muscles here. For 2 more. Last one, and then we're coming back the other way. So come down, take the toes out, up and over. Down the middle, turn the toes out, up and over. Two to go. Okay, bring that leg down, take the band and tie it around your knees. So bring your knees together, tie the band on. Just going to take a stretch first. So feet and knees together. When you're ready, arms out by your side and just drop the knees over to one side. And let's just hold it there for 3 breaths. Turn the head in the opposite direction. And then coming up and over onto the other side. One more breath. And coming back to the middle, bring the feet flat on the floor, bring the arms down by the side. Your feet and knees should be hip width apart. And when you're ready, you're coming up into bridge. So take a breath in, on the breath out, tilting to 12 o'clock, heeling up off the floor. Push through the heels. Breathe in at the top and then articulate the spine coming down and out. So just working through that in your own time, using the breath. Reach the fingers towards the feet. Keep the knees just softly hip width apart, so you should have some tension on the band. And breathing, rolling the pelvis, peeling up off the floor. Take a breath in at the top and then really try to focus on that one vertebrae at a time as you slowly come down. When you come down next time, grab your weights. So you've got your weights in your hands. Take your elbows out wide to the side. Draw your shoulder blades down. Option is to stay down here with your pelvis on the floor. Otherwise, coming up into bridge, holding the bridge, chest press. Reaching those weights up to the ceiling. Keep that breath going. Nice and strong, pushing through the heels, soft through the neck, lengthen the spine out on the floor. Keeping the shoulders down away from the ears as we push up. Nice and strong and steady with the arms. For 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Try and stay up in bridge. Bring the weights down, pop them down to the side, holding the bridge east-west tilt. Okay, so a little roll through the pelvis, a little tilt, little roll. So from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That's it, good. 2 to go. 1 more on each side. Okay, roll yourself down out of bridge. Grab your weights again, bring your knees and feet up into tabletop, keep tension on the band. So we've still got our knees hip width apart. Now in this position, your back is flat into the floor, so there shouldn't be any little arch under the back. Flatten the whole spine, lengthen it out on the floor, reach your hands up to the ceiling, and then we've got our tricep dip, skull crusher. Take it down, reach it up. Keep the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Keep the shins parallel to the ceiling. And a little bit of tension on the band, so your knees are at least hip width apart. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep the legs there, bring the weights down, put the weights off to the side, take your arms out wide, widen the band now, so your knees should be like in a Y shape, okay, so wider than your hips, so you've got tension on the band. Hold the arms out wide, breathe in lower, breathe out, coming back to the middle, keeping the tension on the band the whole time. So your legs stay in that kind of V position. Keep the shoulders down, try not to let them hitch up here to the ears. Draw them down, chest is nice and wide, back is flattened into the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep using that breath. So we've got the diaphragm moving, pelvic floor, deep tummy. And control. One more on each side. Okay, coming back, we're staying up here in tabletop, bring the arms up to the ceiling, and we've got an opposite arm and leg, little tap down. So the toe taps down, the arm reaches overhead. Again, just maintaining that position through the spine. So try not to let your back arch up off the floor. Keeping the back long on the floor, ribs tucked, sinking down into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. Doesn't matter, but just keep that breath going. For 3 more. 2. Last 1. Okay, bring the legs down and just take a front body stretch. So reach the feet away, reach the fingers away. Nice big long stretch through the front body. Okay, bend the knees back up. Bring the hands behind the head. We're going to go from bridge to head curl. So you're going to keep the elbows wide. You take the breath in, you lift the head, you lift the neck, you lift the shoulder blades. Then you unravel that back down as you tilt to 12 o'clock, peel up into bridge. Articulate the spine back down, curl the head, lift the upper body, rolling it back out. So with each movement, trying to slow it down. So you're thinking about that articulation of the spine. So you're trying not to just move the spine in a block. So we're thinking about all those little segmental muscles in between the vertebrae. Heel to 12, coming up, rolling it back out as we then curl the upper body. Keeping the elbows wide, no pressure on the neck. Okay, so do not pull on your neck. We're just thinking about rolling that upper body up. Curl it up, articulate back down, tilt to 12, lift the pelvis, roll it back out, lift the head. I keep moving up my mat. One more to go. Lifting up through the upper body, rolling it out, tilt to 12, lifting, roll it back out, coming down. Okay, come back down. Now we're coming back up into tabletop. Again, a little bit of pressure on the band. And we're just going to take our arms back behind our head and we're coming into an oblique twist. So I want you to keep your knees, again, that V shape. Okay, so there's pressure on the band. So as you come up and over, you've got to reach a little bit further to the outside of that leg. It's just a little curl up and then we unravel that shoulder blade. Lifting one shoulder blade and rib and those ribs. So think about rolling them off the floor and then bringing them back down. Keep the head heavy in your hand. Do not pull on the neck. The focus here is your ribs towards your hip. Slowly up, slowly down. Breathing in, breathing out. Four more. 3, 2, last one. Okay, hug your knees into your chest, just give your back a little massage. Relax your head down on the floor. Back the other way. Okay, and then come on over onto your side. We're going to have a very brief little glute workout here. So over onto your side, bring your feet in line with your bottom, lift your heels up off the floor and start coming into your clam. Drawing that shoulder blade down through the upper body and nice and wide across that collarbone. Pelvis stays stacked. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring the legs down. Take that, I want you just to very slightly roll the pelvis forward. Take that top leg forward, turn the toes towards the floor and then lift up and back. So sort of up and back towards the back of the mat. Just softly with the pelvis just ever so softly forward. So you're really kicking into that glute, but try not to overarch the back. So try and keep the back steady. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now bring the pelvis back so it's stacked on one on top of the other, and we're going to tap the foot forward, lift up and tap back. You might need to bend the bottom leg a little bit just to help stabilize so you don't roll out, roll over, roll back. So tap forward, up and back. Tap forward, up and back. for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Give it a little rub, and we're coming straight. We're going to go straight to the other side via a quick stretch. So come back, pop that foot on the opposite, on the other knee, and just if you can with your band on, it's a little bit harder, just take a little stretch there. That might be enough. If you want to reach through and grab the thigh, you can. Just breathe into that muscle. Okay, and then over onto the other side. Okay, so feet in line with the bottom, lift the heels and just coming straight into your lamb. Draw that shoulder blade down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, lower the legs. Just roll the pelvis softly forward. Stabilize with that hand so you don't tip over. Take that top leg forward, turn the toes to the floor, and then we're lifting up, up. So we're sort of taking it up and back softly. Not too far back, so we're not overarching with the back, but with the pelvis just softly tilted forward, you should be really working into that glute. That's up and back. You should be really feeling it into that glute muscle. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just bending the lower leg, rolling the pelvis back now so it's stacked on one on the other, and we're taking it tap forward, lift up, tap behind. That's it, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, come back onto your back. Take the band off and just take a stretch into that glute. So dropping the foot up onto the knee. Just nice big deep breath into that muscle. Okay, and then gently roll on over onto your tummy. I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of back work. So coming on down, take your hands over your head if you can. Otherwise, your arms are down here by your side. So if you've got shoulder range, the arms are overhead. Reach your fingertips away. Just have your fingertips on the floor and you're just lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. Nice and steady. If you need to have your shoulders down further by your side and just flex if you've got any shoulder issues, that's fine. Otherwise, our hands overhead, fingertips on the floor, lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. Now lift the head and the sternum up off the floor and keep going. Keep the eyes down. So again, your arms can be down here if that's where you need them to be, if you've got sore shoulders. Keeping the eyes down so the neck is long, and still thinking about drawing those shoulder blades down onto the back body. Now you can stay here. If you want to work just a little bit harder, lift both your arms and legs off the floor and just come into your little swimming flutter. Keep the eyes down, the neck is long, draw the shoulder blades down onto the back body, nice and strong through the arms and the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just bring the forehead onto the hands, bend the knees up and just windscreen wiper your knees from side to side. Just bring the legs down, bring your hands just down by your side, and we're just going to finish off with a couple of Sphinx or swan stretches. So when you're ready, just breathing in, just lifting the upper body off the floor and then slowly rolling it back down again. So just nice and steady here, no tension. Just take it up as far as you can comfortably. Try and keep the lower back and the buttock relaxed. Softly lift and push. Now, if you've got the range in your back, you can take it all the way up into swan and then roll it back down. Keep the breath going. Just try and relax the buttock if you can. Keep it nice and soft and smooth. Again, it should feel quite nice, so you're not taking a lot of tension into the lower back. 2 more. Last one. And then bring your hands back under your shoulders. Push yourself up and back into one more child's pose stretch. And just take a big deep breath in here, right down through the back body, all the way to the sit bones. Let your tummy sink or relax into towards the floor, sort of hang towards the floor, no tension. Breathe in and just think about those sit bones softly widening. Think about your ribs expanding as you breathe in, so your ribs are widening. And keep it down low and just thread the needle. Take one arm under. Keep that breath going into the sit bones, into the back body. And swapping sides, keeping it low, taking one arm under, getting just a bit of rotation there. And then coming on up. And we'll just finish off with a little rotation stretch. So just lengthen your legs out in front of you. Just reach behind to sort of help lift your spine up. Take the opposite hand onto the opposite knee, and just push on that knee to turn your body around. And take a breath in and just see if you can get a bit more of a squeeze. And then softly unravel belly button, ribs, shoulders, head, and then coming around onto the other side. So lengthen up, pushing on the knee, rotate the body around. Just breathing into it. And then softly unravel. Good job. Well done, everybody. Monday morning, ready to go for another week. So these online classes will continue until the end of